Today, we're going to talk about how mRNA vaccines work.
Youth Biolab Jeunesse.
Hi, I'm Steve. Let's start off by talking about mRNA. What is it? Let's zoom in on one tiny cell. This is a pretty basic cell diagram with some of the most important parts labeled. Your DNA is stored here in the nucleus. You've all probably heard that your DNA carries the instructions that make you you, from your hair and eye color all the way down to how your cells and tissues look and behave. Your DNA is kind of a big pile of instructions, but in a language that your cells don't necessarily understand. Our cells need some way to translate those DNA instructions into a language they do understand. This is a molecule called RNA. RNA will send out these instructions to the proper parts of the cell. And they also need something that is able to read those instructions and build what those instructions are asking for. This is where messenger RNA, or mRNA, comes into play. When your cells need to build proteins, like structural proteins, transport proteins, antibodies, enzymes, or even hormones, the building instructions get translated and copied from the DNA here in the nucleus and are sent as messenger RNA out here to the cytoplasm of the cell. There is special machinery in the cytoplasm called a ribosome, and ribosomes are able to read those mRNA instructions and build the exact protein that is asked for in the instruction manual. After the protein is made, the cell breaks down the messenger RNA. Your cells are reading mRNA to make the proteins your cells need to do that job every single second of your life, from before you were born up until the day you die. What is an mRNA vaccine and how does it work? The immune system in our bodies is constantly fighting off germs. One way to help strengthen our immune system and get them ready to recognize potential invaders is with vaccines. Traditional vaccines show your body what potential viruses or bacteria might look like by giving you a super small amount of weak, killed, or broken up germs. The white blood cells of your immune system see these as invaders, and they build up special molecules called antibodies to target them and get rid of them. If they ever come around again, your immune cells already have those antibodies to quickly target those germs and kill them so you won't get sick. These new Pfizer and Moderna mRNA vaccines actually don't contain any virus at all. Instead, they have an instruction manual for your cells to make the spike protein, which coronaviruses are known for. So our cells can make this viral protein, but not the whole virus. Our bodies can detect that protein in our body that they've never seen before, and our immune cells can then make antibodies targeting the spike proteins. They all get destroyed, and our white blood cells remember what they look like. If we ever get exposed to the real virus, our system will remember the spike protein from the vaccine and see that this invader has those proteins, and then target them for destruction before they can make you sick. So when you get infected with the coronavirus, it gives all of its RNA instruction manuals to your cells to make more copies of itself. The vaccine is a little similar, but instead of the whole instruction book, the vaccine only contains the pages on how to make the spike, not the whole virus. The spike itself can't make you sick, but it can still train your white blood cells how to attack the coronavirus if it ever shows up. When you get the vaccine, the mRNA goes into your cells through the membrane here. Once it's there, it can't get into your nucleus. It's only a one-way road for mRNA. It can leave the nucleus, but it can't go in. So there's no risk of interacting with your own DNA. The mRNA tells that cell to make the spike protein, and once it's formed, it sticks out on the surface of the cell to show the protein shape to other white blood cells that can now start making antibodies to attack the real virus if it ever comes along. Once the vaccine mRNA instructions are read in our cells, they're broken down, so we're not left with viral genes floating around in us forever. Thanks for watching. We hope you learned something new about mRNA and how RNA vaccines work. If you'd like to learn more about germs and vaccines, check out our other videos in the link below. If you still have questions, send us an email or message us through Instagram or Twitter. Stay curious.
Make sure to click like and subscribe for more videos and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. To support the Youth Biolab's ongoing programming and expansion plans, please contact St. Boniface Hospital Foundation at stbhf.ca.